What's up, my Blue Knight Kingdom? Welcome to Titanfall 2 for newbies, explained by a newbie. Today we're going to be talking about Titanfall 2, one of my favorite games. I don't play shooter games often, but Titanfall 2 is an exception. And I've been playing this for a very long time, but I just recently got back into it. So we're going to be talking about my 3 favorite game modes and a couple of features of the game. So we're going to be talking about the skirmish game mode, attrition, and last time standing. And we're also going to talk about the basic features of the game. So yeah, let's get into it. In Titanfall 2, there are 2 types of characters you can play as: the Titans and the pilots. The Titans are giant mechs that the pilots control and have very large guns and are very powerful. There are 6, maybe 7, I think, 7 Titans in Titanfall, each with their own class. And the pilots are basically just a normal player character. You just have regular guns, but each pilot also has its own special ability. 2 very good ones are Stim and Grapple. Stim makes it so you run faster and heal, and Grapple is a grappling hook, and you can slingshot with it. Now that we have that cleared up, let's talk about the first game mode, Skirmish. Skirmish is basically a normal COD FFA deathmatch. So you just go around and try and kill the enemy team and get as many kills as possible and get more kills than the other team. You start out as a pilot with your abilities, but throughout the game you charge up your meter to summon your Titan. And then if the other team doesn't have a Titan, it makes you very powerful. Over time, when you have your Titan, that meter still builds up. Once it gets to 100, you also have a ultimate for your Titan, which depends on which Titan you use. For example, Legion, when you get his ultimate, it activates aimbot, basically. Every single one of your shots hits for a short period of time. One of the things that makes Titanfall really good is the movement. There are many different ways of movement. Grappling and Stim is definitely one of the 2 best ways of movement. But there's also slide hopping, which you can see me doing here. And basically, when you slingshot or run off a wall or jump into a slide hop, whatever, you keep that momentum. So it's like if you're bunny hopping. So you can go pretty fast. If you use Stim on a wall and then hop into a slide hop, you can go very fast and conserve that momentum. One of my favorite primary weapons to use is the car. Now, many Titanfall 2 veterans are going to get angry at me because that's kind of a meta. But I didn't know that, and I just started using it, so I'm sorry. But the car is basically a SMG with low recoil and fast reload time. And it's very accurate. So most of my kills that I get in skirmishes and stuff is with the car. One of my other favorite weapons that's really good is, I don't remember, but it is a assault rifle with a scope. And it's pretty accurate and it's very good for attrition, which we're gonna start talking about now. Look at that segue. Yeah, that was not intended. But attrition is basically skirmish, but you have bots on your side too. They're not powerful, but they're just grunts. And you want to get, I think it's 750 kills combined of grunts and actual players. And once you get those kills, you win, right? But the other team, it's kind of weird. They made it so you can half lose. If you don't get the kills and the other team gets more kills than you do after the 10-minute timer, you can get to an evacuation ship, and it doesn't say you won. You still lost, but they didn't stop you from getting to the evacuation ship. So you only half lost. So that's nice, I guess. It's very satisfying to just fly around and punch grunts, basically. It makes you feel very speedy. I played a little bit of Fortnite after playing Titanfall, and all I was doing was complaining about how slow Fortnite felt because I was just flying around. The Titan I usually use on attrition is Legion because he's kind of my main Titan. I'll switch around in Last Titan Standing for different scenarios. But he has a very large spread, so it's very effective at killing other tanky Titans. And also, if there's a bunch of grunts on the ground, the large spread with the minigun also helps with that. And he's just a pretty good Titan overall. And like in the intro of the video, you can get some pretty cool kills with Legion. Like, the amount of damage he does is so much that at the beginning, with that one clip, I survived with like 1 HP after killing another Titan. And it was just a shoot down, but he had to reload. But I had a minigun, so I still had more bullets. So that's sometimes how attrition will get you kills. Who has more bullets, you know? For our final topic of the video, we have Last Titan Standing, which is basically, so Skirmish has you start off with a pilot with no Titan. Last Titan Standing, you start off with a Titan, and you want to kill the other Titans. Not necessarily the pilots, but the other Titans. So the other players can still be alive, but if you killed all their Titans, then you win. So it's basically a giant mech brawl. Whoever is the last one standing wins the match. And most of the time people will play first to 5. And this one you have to be very strategic with what Titans you pick and choose, you know. You have to make sure you pick a Titan that will counter what you think they're gonna pick. So you have to always think ahead and plan out what their moves might be. If you see them using Legion a lot, then use Ion, because Ion has a shield that can catch all the minigun bullets and throw them back at Legion, which does a tiny words which does a ton of damage to Legion. But if you see them using like Scorch or Ronin, then pick Legion, because you just want to shoot as many bullets as you can at them, because Scorch has a lot of health. Ronin just does a lot of damage with the melee, so you want to keep them back. So you also want to utilize your melee. Another cool thing in Titanfall is every Titan has their own custom execution, which is if you get a Titan to be doomed, which is you deplete their shields, all of their health, and now they have this caution tape looking health bar. If you get them to that doomed state and then melee them, it toggles your execution. So basically, you just finish them off. And some of them are pretty cool, some of them are funny. And then one with Monarch is kind of graphic, not nearly as graphic as the new Call of Duty games, but still kind of graphic. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my 10-minute yap session on how I like Titanfall, basically, and how you should give it a try. As I'm recording this, it's $3 on Steam, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. I'm gonna go play Titanfall 2 now.